Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to another week of breath practice. My name is Angelia. I am your certified. Who am I?
Yeah, you're kind of like a guru.
You see, I really need this class today.
Mhm.
So, I am your certified breathwork instructor, and I am also a trauma and stroke survivor. um, I am so glad to be back in this class. So today we are going to talk a little bit, just briefly about breathing and slowing the breath down, because I know, like, since we've started all of this, we've really done a lot of deep breathing, diaphragmatic muscle work. And I hope that you guys in your practice have continued this, but I want to speak a little bit about resetting the central nervous system with just a calm, light breath and how to go about doing that and the benefits of having mindfulness around the way that you are breathing. Now, whenever your acidic levels are a little bit too high, your pH is off, it really has so much to do with how you're breathing and the balance between carbon dioxide and oxygen within your body. And when you're real acidic, that means you've got a lot of carbon dioxide storing within your body, and it's causing that acidity to develop more and more. And that can come out in all kinds of symptoms. So, what we're going to do today is slowing some neat tricks about slowing the breath down, and we're going to practice some breath holds. Now, ultimately, with the breath hold, I know we practiced breath holds in the past, but the breath hold is it's a good measuring stick, I guess is how I want to put this. If you can hold your breath for up to however long, it kind of determines that carbon dioxide oxygen balance. Now, the more you practice these breath holds, the better the balance comes naturally within your body. This is a great tool to use for vagal nerve resetting and stimulation. So I know breath holding is not easy for a lot of us. And but but it is something worth implementing into your practice. So, and we have practiced those. I'm not sure how many of you are doing breath holds steadily in your daily practice, because a lot of our talk up to now has really been about getting those diaphragmatic muscles engaged, getting them moving, getting that oxygen to start mechanically moving everything in your body. And so now we're going to start talking a little bit more about some key things that can help shift the balance in your body, that pH balance in your body. And breath holds and slowing that breath down and breathing through the nose. These are that nostril breathing is one thing that you will always hear me say. And there are practices that I teach privately in private sessions where we do practice some mouth breathing, but those practices are intended a little bit more for people without underlying health conditions. And I want to make that like strongly known that if you have underlying health conditions, it's not a good idea to get into those real intense breath styles. I'm not saying don't try them out, but be very mindful in trying them out. And it's the same with breath holds. We have all come to this group together because of a stroke we have experienced. And breath holds are wonderful to try, but you don't want to over exert or push yourself into a space that is going to cause issues. Now, I want to note too to you all that a breath hold can cause a little tension within the brain and the body. And it's not abnormal to experience a little discomfort, maybe in your brain, because you've had a brain injury. Now, that discomfort is not something to be afraid of, it's just something to be aware of. And when that happens, stop. Stop the breath hold. You can take it that far and then you can stop, but don't stop practicing the breath hold because the breath hold has everything to do with that balance. It really does. The breath and moving the breath consistently helps maintain that lower acidic, that normal range acidity in your body. And that acidity is awful. That's like your body's way of communicating yuck inside of you. And that stuff, when your body gets too acidic, you get sick. There's no way around that. You will start presenting with all kinds of physiological issues like depression, anxiety, like stress response situation or expressions, and it will also start affecting the way that your body functions digestively and balancing out like your blood pressure, etc. So today, let's get into this. I'm so excited. We're going to do some slow breathing and we're also going to do some breath holds. Nothing real deep. I want slight diaphragmatic engagement, which you can tell by putting your hand on your belly. But I want us to breathe in a comfortable rhythm, maybe like a 4 count in if you guys need the count and the count helps you stay on track, and a 4 and maybe like a 5 count out. Nothing, and even if we have to do like a 2 count in and a 3 count out, I want us to stay in a realm that is very light and slow. We're going to slow down the inhale. We're going to slow down that exhale. We're going to practice some breath holds on the exhale only. Once the exhale has been completely pushed out of the body, we're going to hold that breath and we're going to try to hold that breath for as long as our bodies will allow us. When you start to feel that intense hunger of air on the first feeling of that intense hunger of air, let's go ahead and just breathe it back in. I don't want anybody pushing themselves. I don't want to see us walking out of here with significant head pain or any kind of like issue. And if you do wind up getting a small head like ache, stop. Don't keep going. And that pain will dissipate fairly quickly. It'll be gone probably within 5 minutes or so. It doesn't tend to linger at all. So, but we're going to go ahead and settle ourselves in. And you guys know the drill. Let's get the wiggles out of our body and get our bodies seated, of course, in a nice, comfortable position. And just start to slowly or quickly, however your body is feeling it needs, move your body around. Maybe give your shoulders a little roll one way and a little roll the opposite way. Bring your shoulders up and just drop them down. Bring them up and drop them down. Just kind of let some of that energy that's sitting with you go right now. And we're going to slowly begin to get into our bodies. We'll start to become aware of how you're breathing. We're going to breathe in the nose and we're going to gently bring it in, real light, real slow. And then we're going to gently let it go out the nose, real light, real slow. I want us to almost be like we are quieting our breath. I don't want us to hear the breath moving. I want it to get as quiet as possible within the body as we move into this. So everybody's seated in a nice, comfortable position. Let's go ahead and dim our eyes down if you're comfortable doing that. And we're going to breathe in through the nose at a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then let it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then breathe it in. 2, 3, 4, and let it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go ahead and breathe it right back in. Nice and slow. 3, 4, and let it back out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in. 3. Keep this circular breath going in and out. Let's go ahead and wash the brain of all thoughts. Let go of that tension. Feel it falling out of your body with each exhale. Continue this circular breath. Keep it going nice and slow, quieting that breath down. On the inhale, quieting that breath down on the exhale. Unclenching the jaw. Let's drop our shoulders, everyone. Let go of that tension. Just let them fall down. The only job here is to keep this breath with you. Sit with the breath. Sit with your body. There's nothing to fear here. There's nothing to think about here. We just have to keep the steady movement of the breath moving in the body, nice and slowly moving out the body. Unclenching that jaw, dropping the tongue to the bottom of the mouth, just allowing it to rest. You don't need to hold on to that right now. Just stay with this breath. Taking awareness into how the breath is moving through the body, how it's coming in and how it's going out. Awareness into how the technique is resting into your skin, your muscles, your bone structure. Feeling the weight of everything that you carry before you walk into this room just falling off of you. This time that we spend together, we dedicate individually to our healing. This is a healing moment. Take everything that this technique is giving you to calm and settle the central nervous system, to communicate with the vagal nerve. And each time that you guys practice your breath, you are affecting the tone within the vagus nerve. Your vagal tone begins to shift, and that anxiety and depression and tightness slowly begins to change through the effort you are putting into settling the vagal tone. Now I want us to take another nice little breath in, nice and slow. And upon exhaling all of this out, we're going to hold the breath at the bottom of this. We got to empty the body completely and then hold that breath as long as you can. And when you feel the hint of that starvation of oxygen, Breathe right back in through the nose, slowly letting it back out through the nose. We're just going to stay in a circular breath in between these breath holds. So let's go ahead and keep pulling that nice, slow, steady stream of life into us. And then letting it go. Nice and slow, quiet, so quiet that you can't even hear yourself breathing. We're going to let one more round come into us, breathing it in, feeling the expansion, and then letting it go. And at the bottom of this breath, let's do another breath hold, 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 and inhale. If you feel that hunger, that air hunger arrive before I stop counting, breathe in. Don't stick to the count if you can't. That's okay. I just want you to feel what that starvation of hunger feels like. When you starve the body of that air for short moments of time, it allows for the balance, for the release of the carbon dioxide to happen more efficiently, and for pH balance, for your body to oxygenate better and allow for the pH balance to regulate naturally. So let's stay in that circular breath. Keep breathing in the nose and out the nose. And each breath we take through the nose helps the production of nitric oxide within our bodies. The only place in our bodies that can produce that effect within our bodies is by breathing through the nose, in the nose, and out the nose. Nice, short, easy breaths, just quiet it down. Keep those breaths in a circular motion, meaning no pause at the top, no pause at the bottom. Just breathing in and letting it out. We're going to take one more nice inhale in. And at the bottom of this exhale, we're going to hold the breath. So let's go ahead and exhale it out all the way, feeling the body empty, and hold. Hold that breath as long as you can. Hold. Keep holding if you're able to. Great job, guys. You guys are doing so good. Keep holding. And then breathe when you need to. This breath technique, practicing it this week through your daily routine, breathing through the nose for sure, slowing that breath down, and then throwing in maybe 2 or 3 breath holds throughout a span of your breath practice. making sure that those breath holds are always at the bottom of the breath. After you've emptied the core, holding that breath, starving the body a little bit of air, and then breathing in when that feeling of starvation is significant enough to breathe in. When you begin to notice it, breathe it back in. Nobody needs to press or push this too far. This practice is going to be a great practice to take in and implement throughout your daily healing routines this week. And what I want to do now is just shift us into a small meditation today. And we're going to do a scan and sit. This is a beautiful scan and sitting and loving the body, appreciating the healing and the hard work that it has given us through this journey. So we're going to close our eyes and just get into a comfortable breath, whatever that means for you. I want you guys to just enjoy this experience. So let's go ahead and dim the eyes down. Attach in, connect in. Let's communicate with the body. Feeling that breath coming in through the nose, feeling the coolness maybe as it enters the nostrils. Feeling the movement as it moves through all the airways and reaches down into those beautiful wings of life, those lungs, those expansive and wonderful lungs that help keep us alive every day. God's wings, they reside right in our body, right in our lungs. Breathing it in and just letting it go. Keeping the body unclenched. Making sure the jaw's not tight. Dropping the tongue to the bottom of the jaw. Just letting it rest. Scanning the body. We're going to start at the crown chakra at the very top of the head. Scanning the skull, the sides of the head, the skin, the hair, the brain. Just noticing it. Envisioning the brain through the third eye, through the mind's eye, speaking into the brain through the mind's eye. I am aware. I see you. I feel you. I am healing with you. I am here for whatever you need. I acknowledge and appreciate all of the hard work that you do for my healing body. I thank you for cleaning house each night as I rest. I thank you for life each day as I wake. Taking the awareness a little further down, acknowledging and being aware of the face, the sides of the face, the eyes, the nose, the temples, the forehead, the cheeks, the upper lip, and the bottom lip. Putting a little smile at the corner of those lips, the chin and the jaw, the skin and the muscles that allow for that smile to form. The ears, the neck, I am aware, I am here, I am healing, I am grateful. Staying with the breath, moving this acknowledgement down a little bit into the body, feeling the collarbone and the shoulders, feeling the arms and the hands. Just give them a little wiggle, letting them know that you know they're there. You appreciate what your hands and fingers and arms are doing at this moment. No judgment, no shame. I accept my body where it's at right now. I love my body where it's at right now. I am here and I acknowledge my body where it's at right now. Continuing to move the scan down into the chest. Feeling the movement of the oxygen, the breath that you're breathing in and out. Moving a little bit into the heart. Feeling the heart beating steadily and surely. Taking a minute to be aware of the back. Feeling the expansiveness that occurs with each breath. Feeling that expansion move in through the sides of the body, into the back of the body. Feeling the contractions upon release when you empty the body. Acknowledging the core of your body. No judgment here. This is a judgment-free zone. We sit in appreciation today with each breath. Appreciation for how hard our bodies work each day. Thank you for all the healing that we do not see. Giving your core a little smile at the corner of those lips. I am here with you. I acknowledge you. I am healing with you. Moving the awareness a little further down, passing through the abdomen, the lower back, falling into the pelvic floor and the hips. Staying with the circular breath. The hips work so hard for all of us, especially in an imbalanced spot. So we give much love to our hips. Today, much recognition, acknowledgement, compassion, and gratitude. Thanking our pelvic floor, thanking our hips. A little smile on the corner of those lips. Thank you. Thank you for all the hard work you do to help me stay upright. Thank you for caring and supporting my body. Taking in a nice deep breath, a little deeper than what you've been breathing, and letting go of all tension from the hips. I want you to focus in your mind over the next couple cycles of breath, of releasing, imaging your muscles just releasing within the hip region. Focus all energy. The hips are such a common place for us to store tension and trauma. Today, we don't need to keep those extra boxes stored on our hips. That trauma can be let go. Those thoughts, that weight, the tension can be let go and released, even if it's just for these few minutes. Softening the body. We're going to move our scan a little further down into our thighs. Nice, gentle, slow breaths. No matter what you have going on in your body, finding a place of appreciation and compassion in the way that you communicate with your body. Showing the body love, showing the body gratitude, scanning the knees, I show up in my knees, I show up in my thighs, I show up in my calves, I show up in my feet, I show up in the soles of my feet, in my toes, in my heels, I show up within this body just as it is, with gratitude and love for the hard work, the constant work it is doing to heal, to keep going, and to thrive. No matter where you're at within your body breath rhythm, let's go ahead and empty the body out, completely feeling the core empty out, and take a nice breath in, 2, 3, 4. Let that air fall out nice and slowly. Empty that all the way and hold at the bottom. Hold that breath. Hold that breath. Keep holding, 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 and inhale. Stay with your body. Stay present in your body. Stay with that breath. Nice and simple. Great work, guys. Taking the hands and begin to clap them together, or take one hand and clap it on your leg. We're going to get these nerve endings going. Good claps, rub them together. We're going to place them over our closed eyes. Fingertips on the forehead, palms of the hands on the cheekbones, or you can put your hand horizontally across both eyes. Keeping the eyes closed, just giving the eyes some extra energy. We're going to blink the eyes open and then close. And let's blink those eyes open and then close. Today is a great day for healing. Blinking the eyes open and then closed. Today My body is healing. Blinking the eyes open one last time. Shifting the gaze to the left and holding the gaze. Hold that gaze. Hold it until you feel a muscle strain in the eyes, always keeping the head facing forward. Hold that gaze. And then blink the eyes and then open the eyes again, shifting the gaze to the right. Holding the gaze. Holding the gaze. Hold that gaze to the right. Blinking the eyes one more time, bringing the eyes to center. You can either keep your eyes closed or open and slowly, gentle fingers around the hairline, down the forehead, across the eyebrows, the eye bones, the eye sockets, the cheeks, the upper lip, the bottom lip, down the jaw and the neck, washing it off of your chest, giving those fingers a little wiggle, moving those fingers around. I thank you all for sharing your energy with me today. And I wish you all the most healing as you go in through your weekend. And I open the group up for a share. We're going to bring the hands together either to the heart center or to the third eye. Namaste. So it is and so it will be. Thank you.